But it's spring, yay, it's spring. As you guys can see, it's fucking raining. Oh, great. But we have a treat for you guys today. I haven't posted in about 2 years. That's about to fucking change. And yeah, let's go. We're here, yay! Let's do this. It's fucking raining outside, but hey, we out here. We out here. Hey, open sesame, bitch. Alright, we're inside. As you can see, it's raining a little bit. Yeah.
Esther?
Oh, this is kind of a scary little, like a scary movie. This is like my fucking fifth time recording this because I have people calling me. The phone let me know I have 10%. Thank you. I had like fucking 20 apps open, but we've made it to location. Now, this isn't all my street lights, you know, as you can see. This is just the stuff that was a little bit bigger that took up space in my basement in my house. Let's just say my parents, they were okay with it, but it took them a while to understand it. But I needed to get a storage unit and stuff. I haven't posted a video in maybe about, let's say probably like two years. Last time I posted a video was when I was 21. I'm 23 now. I just turned it February of this year. The reason why I haven't really been in my storage unit or made any videos is because I guess you could say life has kind of came up and stuff. You know, everyone goes through life. I went through a breakup and stuff with a person, you know, that affected me. You know, work. I drive semis and stuff, you know, so it takes a lot of my time and energy, and this is like, surprisingly, it's like only like maybe 2 minutes from my house, so it's kind of a blessing right here. But yeah, this is my storage unit. The stuff that I have in here, I'm gonna walk through the majority of this stuff. I took 2 bulbs out. There's a Westinghouse 175 watt, new old stock bulb I got. Actually, this one might, yeah, this one's actually, fuck. This is actually a 150 watt.
Look, it went further than your ball.
Bulb, my bad. This is a General Electric 175 watt coated bulb. Low pressure sodium bulb. But okay, let's get going to like the fixtures I have in here. All right. Now some of these are mixed match because we kind of just put shit in boxes and stuff, but these are like the right fixtures I have. Okay, so I have a General Electric. I think it's a 04, 2001 or 201 hood unit. It's Mercury. I got this off eBay. It was a pretty good deal and stuff. I got that one right there. Here's another one right there. This one's the 2001, another 201 hood unit. This one's newer than this one. I got this one off Facebook Marketplace from a seller, and I actually found this thankfully from the I don't know if you guys have heard lightinggallery.net. Go on there and definitely you can find fixtures. People put stuff, they post stuff. It's like a group of people. You can find all types of different good shit on it, bro. And I found that a seller. Funny story. The seller actually had this exact fixture inside his garage. He said that he bought a house and they found this, and it's been in there since the house was like sold, unless the person that owned it before left it, and it's never been used. And that's where that bulb, it came with like 4 of these bulbs came from. So next fixture. Now this is like probably one of the first fixtures that I really got, almost. This is another 201 SA. It's a SkyGuard unit. It's 150 watt. So it has a like a metal aluminum like guard for like putting lights and stuff, you know. So these are like, all these are old stock. Here's another Mercury that I have that is old stock. No, it's not Mercury. No, it's a 100 watt one I got off eBay. I don't know if there's a low pressure sodium, but I have another one of these in in a box. I just gotta find it. But yeah, low pressure sodium NEMA head right there. 35 watt low pressure sodium. Now these are both mercury vapor 1000 watt fixture to clear. And here is a one of my my power bracket lenses. And then here's a 175 watt that I got off, I believe it was eBay too. I cleaned it up. I ordered some NEMA head stickers. I'm probably gonna post some more, or probably gonna post some on eBay and sell them and stuff. They're not bad. Can't really see it's kind of hard to see. I'm not a huge fan of it, but they're made from I think called Solar Tech. They're based in like in Brooklyn, New York and stuff. But here's like a gift I got. So there's 2 power brackets in there. I don't know if anyone's seen like a listing on eBay. This is probably like last year during winter time. There's you know, 2 I think 100 watt power brackets in there. Have that. General Electric. Thought that was pretty cool. New old stock, never really used. Here is a floodlight. This is like a 200 watt General Electric floodlight, I'm pretty sure, that I have in here. Like I said, I haven't really been here a long time. Here's a new old stock 35 watt. Here's a 100 watt mercury vapor flood. There's a 200 watt bulb right there. Now here's all my bulbs and stuff, but I'm gonna get right back with you. I'm gonna take all this out and place on the ground so you can see it. All right, be right back. All right, we're back. Took a minute because I had to dig through everything. But a lot of this stuff is like stacked and, you know, wrapped and stuff. But a lot of the stuff that was in here, you know, it's like bolts and stuff that come, those right there. Here's some photo cells and stuff that I had, you know, that I've gotten over the years. I've come with fixtures. Another one. Here's like one of my first ones. I forgot I even had this. Wow. This comes from like Europe, from one of the Thorn Beta 5s. Put those back. Here. And then some like wire connectors and stuff like that. Splicers, quick splicers. You guys check this guy out. He's really good right there. I got some pictures from other stuff. Now all the bulbs. That was like a bulb I got. Like my very first ever bulb. Second, which is another Mercury. The box is kind of tore up on it, but it's really cool. These are the bulbs I have. I have more. You know, you guys can like stop the video and look at them. All right, so I'm trying to walk you through. There's like an LED, which is yuck, you know, but I still got it. Okay, so these 2 are new old stock. These 3 are old stock. So these have never been used. Got all these off eBay. These 3 I got from a seller from eBay. She was a girl. I would have bought 4 of these for like $130, but she broke one. But she refunded me, and I was like, fuck. I was really upset about that. I got these 90 watts from Jack. You know, obviously super, you know, cool and stuff like that. These are old stock. Westinghouse 150 watt. More Sox bulbs. Coated, you know, bulbs too. Couple Mercs. High pressure sodium. This is like the first one I got when I got my Cooper from New York. It was a New York edition and stuff. If you go over here, in this box, look at it, as you guys can see, power bracket. There's connectors and stuff for low pressure, for like England bulbs and stuff. Right here, you open this up. I got this from eBay too. Now these are my babies. These are Uninex high pressure sodium bulbs. So they have like little metal wires and stuff that go around them and stuff. They can go in like mercury fixtures and stuff like that. Mercury 175 watts and stuff, like retrofits. If you wanted it not to, if you wanted to have like mercury fixture, but you want to put a high pressure sodium bulb, you can do that. More photo cells. Got this one in Kansas City. Wires. Like I said, little connectors. Here's like a Westinghouse. You know, OB20 little decal, other stuff. I don't know if anyone knows, but I was a guy that bought that General Electric 400 watt clear bulb on there. What's all this stuff we have in here? 150 watt. Here's another 400 watt one. There's a mercury lamp, 175 watt. Now this is, take this out. It's kind of hard to take this out, but it's a 400 watt. Surveillance. I just butchered the fuck out of name, but you get the point. Put these back in there. But yeah, this is majority of my stuff, not all of it. But I plan on, like, obviously, you know, posting more. And, you know, my message for everyone that's watching is that, you know, this community just built all different people from different ages and stuff. You know, go for it, you know. Post some videos, you know, show us your collections, talk about, you know, how you got into lighting and stuff like that. And I would love that, you know, people love to watch it. You'd be surprised. Like when I first started my channel 2 years ago, I was surprised of how many people actually watched it. You know, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of different hobbies and interests that people have, you know, especially nowadays. It's really cool. And it's cool that I can be able to, you know, show you guys this stuff, and hopefully, you know, people can, you know, look at it, maybe get inspired, you know, and post their stuff, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, this community already, in my opinion, especially on YouTube, is very small. There's not a lot of people that post, and I get it, like life comes in waves and stuff where you can't always post all the time, but like, you know, especially if you like something like this, you know, you're enthusiasts and stuff. There's some channels out there that are really big that haven't posted it for a long time. And it's kind of depressing because it's just like, you know, I'm interested in cars, trucks, you know, I collect diecast models, trains, trucks, I mean, RC cars, nitro, stuff like that. And, you know, I can search that shit up on YouTube or Instagram or all that, and I could find it. Now, when it comes to lighting stuff, it's very hard to find people that that post stuff, you know, that, you know, make videos or, you know, show you how to wire fixtures. I mean, a lot of this stuff I learned on my own, you know. I started with one fucking bulb. I bought, my first ever fixture was 175 watt General Electric 201 SA fixture. First ever fixture ever. And I bought it because I remember when I was a kid, I was like, I came home one day from school. Maybe I was in middle school or something like that. And I remember coming home, and it was night, and the lights were different. Like, it was just, they're like white, you know, they were super bright. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm pretty sure, you know, they were orange. You know, I'm pretty sure they were fucking orange. They weren't bright. Because I mean, my house is right next to the road. So, like, the light kind of goes in my room a little bit. And I was like, what the fuck's going on, you know? They're bright. It took me a while, I'm like, fuck, you know? And I missed it, and I realized they changed them out. And I never really knew what they were called, you know? I didn't know what HBS was, Mercury. I didn't know what all those were. But I thought they were cool, you know? That's something what I like about this community and stuff. Each bulb has, it's like a person. It has its own unique characteristics and stuff. The way it works, you know, and how long it lasts, you know, and everything. You know, each bulb tells a story, you know. Like, for instance, I know a lot of people know a lot of stuff is getting retrofitted, a lot of stuff is getting changed out, and a lot of stuff is changing, you know, LEDs and stuff. I may not like it and stuff, but a lot of this stuff is getting updated, you know. This stuff is old, you know, it's been around for a long time, and it works really well and stuff. And I think as like a person that's interested as this and an enthusiast of this, I think our job, is to try to keep it alive. I'm glad that people are still keeping it alive, and I would love to see people post more and get more people interested, and they get people more, involved in the hobby and stuff, because at the end of the day, we're kind of doing all of us a service. You most people would think that, oh, they're just light bulbs, right? But you'd be surprised. A lot of people are actually interested in, like, if you tell someone, hey, I collect streetlights, like, what? You actually collect streetlights? I'm like, yeah. I told a lot of my friends, family members, and they thought it was really fucking cool. I've been giving people, streetlights before, bulbs and stuff. I gave my boss at work a 35 watt. It was used, okay? Hold on a second. It was used, okay? Now, I gave him a used bulb. It still had life in it, but I was like, yo, you can have this as a really cool room light. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that's just like this, like these little... It's not something like, a freaking LED or anything like that. 'Cause these are just like little plastic tops with like little dials in the middle and stuff. And this one was bad anyway. But, they're unique. They all have their characteristics and stuff. And, it tells a story. And I like to try to keep it alive and stuff. And I think my message to all of you guys is to definitely just post your stuff. I want to see it. I think other people want to see it. And look, I'm not the best at filming and stuff like that too, but I wanted to post. I've been putting this off for the longest. I haven't made a video in forever. I've been fucking putting it off. And I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna get up and get my black ass up, and I'm gonna post this video and have people look at it and stuff like that. Definitely post, get out there. I have a lot of stuff coming for you guys that this, summer and spring. I want to put some fixtures up. I want to do some stuff in my backyard. I want to try to really go out there and save more fixtures and do more stuff, So that's the plan, that's the objective, and, yeah, when it comes to movies and stuff, I want you guys to, a lot of movies and stuff, I didn't even know this, but a lot of movie producers and stuff love high pressure sodium mercury fills. They like low pressure sodium. It gives off a certain, cinematography vibe to films. And you will be surprised. Imagine one of your fixtures being in a movie or something like that. Because, like, hey, I'm looking for, a mercury fill, kind of like in the movie Rocky. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Rocky. I'm going to put up a little, right here, put a little scene for Rocky of mercury. Like all the street lights and stuff. Here's a scene for that. Here, look at that. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, but like, you see how like the cinematography of that, there's different films, man, that have the cinematography, the vibes, the movie feel, New York and stuff. When you think of New York, I think of like high pressure sodium, the nice warm fills and stuff like that, That's what I think of, I remember watching and, movies from like Britain, I'm a romance guy. Kind of hopeless romantic, but I watch a lot of romance movies, so like action movies, movies with a lot of deep meaning, right? And a lot of the movies have low pressure sodium bulbs all in them and stuff, and streetlights. The film, the vibe, it adds character to it. So that's what we're trying to do. But at the end of the damn day, it's dying off. A lot of this stuff's getting retrofitted, and like in my opinion, an LED, right? It's simple, it's cool, yeah, it's efficient. These are efficient as fuck too. These bulbs in here, what I have here can last fucking 50 years, 40 years, And the sad part to me is, at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff, look at that. That's from 1981 right there. A lot of this stuff, it's dying away. And each bulb, like I just said, has a story, has a character. Who knows? This bulb right here may last fucking 30 years. This one may last only fucking 10, 20 years. I don't know. There's like, different stories and stuff. Look at that. Made in fucking Belgium and stuff. I never thought in a million years I would ever buy something from like overseas. I didn't even think that was possible, And I did. I bought some pretty cool stuff. I met some pretty cool people and stuff, So at the end of the day, yeah. This is just a little update video. I'm going to post a lot more videos and stuff for you guys. There's a lot of stuff up in here, that I have over the years I've collected and stuff. And yeah, and I like what the Lamppost channel said. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name and stuff, but I like what you said. You're like, you collect streetlights, right? And I may butcher what you said, but you were like basically it's cool having all this, you know, in your collection. But at the same time, it's kind of like buying a car, right? It's a guy that always has a car kept in the garage. He never takes it out when it snows, and never takes it out when it, to actually have fun and use what the car was interpreted to use, which is okay to keep in the garage if you want to, but put them out there, fucking put them outside, fucking light them up, let the bulbs light up and shit, and use them, have them light again, That's what their purpose was. And I even think about it when it comes to maintenance. So you probably go out there and you probably wipe them down, put some wax or something to kind of protect the paint so it doesn't fade. But I'm saying put them out there. Let them tell their story. Each fixture tells a story.